There are times when you see things and they're right in front of you, and you're pursuing life, you're living, and you're going through things, and these things come closer and closer, and it's obvious, it's blatantly there. It's coming closer. You realize that it's coming closer, and at some point it just reaches here. It just reaches here. It's obvious it's here, you know, but we still ignore it. And it's the fact that these things have gotten so much up in our faces or so much closer and so obvious to realize that they just get blurred with the background. They just become this blur. You see through, you start seeing through, and you just say, it is what it is. And it's pretty obvious, right? You have to jump in the discomfort, the hard things, the hard choices, the suck and the grind, and yes, there's time to rest and recover, but then there is also time to become aware that it's too much, or that it's right in front. Like most of the time, I think a lot of people that do complain, that they don't realize the complaint is the solution itself, because they can look at the complaint and they can see, that's a complaint, and the solution is to do the thing that opposes the complaint, that pushes against, the force, the opposition, and you have to push against it, right? It doesn't mean you have to push with it. You don't complain about it but then don't do anything, because that's just like, I see a fucking rock falling, and then I let it fall. So of course it's gonna smash my fucking face or my arm or my shoulder or my head. And it's like, just like that, you're looking at it. You don't complain that the rock is falling, and maybe if you do complain, you have to realize, you have to fucking wake up and not be so retarded to just step aside or put your hands up. You do realize the complaint, it's a problem, and you either solve it, or you do some chai tea to it. You know what I mean, like some freaking kung fu at it to you know take its force and push it, change its direction or some shit, kung fu panda, that shit. But obvious, so fucking obvious, but retardation, and that's real too. And let me know in the comments below if I'm stupid or not, because I am, but so are you.